Hey YouTube, happy Sunday evening. Hope y'all went to church today and had a nice time. I know a lot of y'all black folks, I know a lot of you did. We love church. People, what in the hell is Justin J talking about? All right, people who love Justin, they get the attitude, why are you commenting on him? You don't even watch him. Baby, anything that comes across the screen is subject to be discussed. That's what happens when you take it public. So, apparently this situation is with Justin J. People have been curious about how Adrian Expressions and Justin J have apparently fallen out. They are no longer working together. Therefore, the Culture podcast no longer includes Adrian Expressions, right? Frankly, you're right. I don't watch them. But it's significant. They had a pretty close online relationship. So what Justin says is he's going to come clean now because he feels like his friend, he tried to keep it all up under wraps, but his friend didn't feel that way and he feels betrayed somehow. So he's going to tell the whole truth. So according to Justin J, Adrian Expressions came over his house with his boyfriend, piece of trade, or a friend. These people were already lit. They had been drinking. They brought a bottle of booze with them, right? According to Justin J, he could tell that they were drunk when they decided to leave. No, wait a minute. First, they stayed there with them drinking and watching this show together, right? So I don't know if Justin still got his lover or not, but whoever, Justin at least, and these two guys were watching Game of Thrones and apparently drinking because somehow or other half the booze is missing, right? When they decide to leave, they take the bottle with them. Justin J says, he was concerned about their driving drunk, and he was concerned about the laws in Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, you got a bottle of alcohol inside the car. Although I think you can still move around alcohol even if it's open. You just can't be drinking it. You can't have an open container. But whatever. He says that he was concerned about them driving drunk. Although apparently he did allow them to go ahead and drive drunk. He just don't leave the bottle there. So now, as a person who used to drink myself, it sounds like there's a possibility he wanted that booze. Come on, people, snap out of it. You with somebody, you're drinking together, they bring a gratuity to the house, right? They bring something with them. Mama always told you, don't come barehanded, right? He thought they should leave that alcohol there. I don't think Justin was just concerned about them driving. I don't think that was it. Maybe it's just a feeling. I think he thought it was rude for them to bring the drink over. And when they left and these guys got a little buzz, they take the drink with them. And maybe they didn't want to go out and buy their own drink. Maybe it was good alcohol, whatever. Could happen with anybody. They can say, well, damn, you going to take the shit with you? I've had people bring me things for when we get-togethers. And when they leave, they take their stuff, whatever they brought, whatever's left, they take it with them. It's not a big deal to me personally, but many of the guests will say, damn, they're taking it back with them. You're supposed to leave whatever you bring. Fortunately for me, since I don't drink, it's mostly sodas and orange juices. Anyway, I think there's a good chance that that's what happened. He got offended because they took this bottle of booze with them, or attempting. I assume that it was attempting to take it with them. They fell out. He didn't say why they broke up their business arrangement, however, or their friendship. Did they get so mad at each other that they no longer wanted to work together? He didn't go into all that. He said that was the incident that triggered them not being friends anymore. Seems to me that when you're sobered up, you see things more rationally, and you would just write it off to being drunk or high or whatever. I don't know how much booze they had already drank, but 3 or 4 people on and only drank a half a bottle of booze. I don't know how they'd be that damn drunk. Anyway, so that's part of it. Maybe it happened the way he said. I think it's more likely he thought it was rude and inappropriate to take the booze with them when they left, leaving them on dry, assuming there's no other alcohol in there and they had already started drinking. Okay, the second part. So Justin J is saying that he is what did he say? A non. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Non-capitalist. He doesn't believe in capitalism. So he goes on to say, basically, he don't want to work, and that's fine. Listen, Justin J has been doing this thing a long time. He's been coddled by his supporters. They've supported all of his various stories. But basically, I think what it comes down to is, and he does believe in capitalism because he believes in his channel. I mean, he works it as an income, right? This is how he makes his living. That's capitalism. That's entrepreneur. He's been an entrepreneur when he figures out ways to get money out of this thing, right? Okay. So someone made a video, and I think he thought it was insulting to suggest that he get a job. This has been going on with Justin J since I became aware of him about 3 years ago. People have always suggested that he should get a full-time job or a part-time job or some way to supplement his income. Justin is of the mind of, why would I do that? I'm making plenty of money on here. I'm making good money. Here's my problem with his way of thinking. Justin J depends on, he's gotten so hooked on YouTube that the AdSense is not enough for him. The AdSense, even though he has 120,000 people watching him, the check he gets from Google is not enough. So he's become accustomed to, I don't have a better word for it, begging. Comes, tells you his underwear is falling apart or whatever his situation is. And all people, they keep giving him money. They keep giving him presents. They keep buying him stuff. And he has gotten so used to that he considers that part of his hustle. This, I'm sure in his mind, this is his hustle. It's legit. I don't have to work. I don't want to. But the thing is, Justin J, you have to keep begging. That is the issue. You see, if people would just give you some money, you get a new apartment. You get the new apartment, and you got on your feet. The next month, the rent is due again. So you need the same amount of attention, right? Apparently, you always need this amount of attention. But the thing is, when you're getting your income that way, you have to continue to get your income that way. Now, I don't know why you're living beyond your means, because at 120,000 subscribers, you should be able to survive, support yourself on just AdSense. I don't know why you're not. I don't understand that. I don't know what your hobbies might be or your weaknesses might be, some kind of way. And Atlanta, let's face it, is not all that expensive to live in Atlanta. So I don't know what you're paying for your mortgage or your rent, or whatever. Couldn't be no more than $1,200 maybe. But the thing is, you've gotten so used to this begging for stuff that you think that's a legitimate way to support yourself. But what happens is you get dependent on that money and then you expect it, right? So you're always begging. Not trying to be nasty. I'm just saying, if that is your business plan to get a certain amount of money from donations or whatever, then you're always going to need the donations. I would suggest getting your money from your channel. Get it from AdSense. I would say that, well, damn, if you got 120,000 subscribers, why aren't you get? I mean, see, how much is that? I don't even know. Listen, I have 15,000 people. 15,000 people, they give me $300 or $400 a month. I only do little short clips, 10 minutes here or whatever. If you have to expand how much time you're online, figure out a way that you can get your money from AdSense. At 120,000 subscribers, you should be able to do that. And whatever the people want to give you, just leave it up there. Leave your Cash App up, PayPal up, but don't expect that. In other words, position yourself where you don't have to beg. You don't have to get people motivated to give you money. This is why the people don't want to go to church. Just being honest. This is why. Because they have been in half the service, they're talking about getting money from you. Right? It's distracting. They're already paying you by watching your content, by being a supporter of yours. That's what a supporter is. They watch you. You have an audience. People in television, they have commercials. That's what AdSense gives us, little tiny commercials, but that's how they make their revenue. You never see people on television, on a television show, come in and ask you to give them money, with the exception of maybe PBS or some station like that, some independent. But basically, they sell their time to the advertisers. And that's what YouTube does. You make it from the commercials. You see? So if you want this to legitimately be your source of income, you need to increase your revenue from your channel. That's my opinion. Don't be a person that's known for always begging. Right? Now, you want to call it asking, or you want to call it suggesting donations and all that kind of stuff. Many people are going to resent you for that, Justin J. And who's to say that your actual number shouldn't be 250,000? That is not even particularly high. Maybe your revenue would be 250,000 people if you weren't always begging. Okay? People at some point are going to get tired when you go and say, oh, I got to move. The people next door are too loud. Please send $50, $40, $30. Don't do that. Don't do that. You make people hate you. Right? If you are having a problem with managing the income that you have from this thing, increase the time that you're online then. Do something like that. That dude, Jay Wilson, said he was getting $1,000 a week from YouTube. But he's on night and day, you know. You got to figure it out. Figure it out. And when people want to give you something, just take it as a blessing. Take it as a blessing. Do not move into an apartment that you're depending on people giving you money, extra gifts to pay the rent. Forget that. I don't even have a Cash App or any PayPal or anything like that. People tell me I should just go ahead and get it at least on the page. If someone's motivated to do that, they could do that. And maybe eventually I will do that. But for me, it would take all the fun out of it if I was sitting up here begging all the time. All right. That's my opinion. I know you don't want it. But oops, there it is.